Howdy, y'all. Caleb here. I'm looking through this weekend's GTs, and unfortunately, Seraphon didn't do all that good in the GTs that we had this weekend. There weren't a whole lot, so only a handful of GTs happening this past weekend. There were a lot of 3-game tournaments happen. I went through some of those, and I think I picked out what was my favorite list from the ones I saw. This list comes from a tournament in Spain. It was a one-day tournament, 3 rounds, and it was won by a Thunder Lizard list piloted by Alfonso. So we've got a winner of a one-day tournament taking Thunder Lizard. So let's take a look at this list. I like it. It's kind of unique. Let's zoom in a little bit. So we do have Seraphon, Coalesced, Thunder Lizard. Grand strategy is defend what's ours, so we're keeping people out of our deployment zone. Triumph Inspired to give you the +1 to wound roll. And here's where things get a little interesting. Our leaders, we have an Engine of Gods with Curse. That's pretty standard for a Thunder Lizard list. As our general, we have a Stegodon with Skink Chief, with Prime War Beast, Skystreak Bow, Fusel of Conflagration, and Beastmaster mount traits. If you haven't seen that combination before, very good, because Prime War Beast will give you extra mount attacks. That's an extra shot, too. Don't forget that on your Skystreak Bow. But also, all your mount attacks get extra attacks. But also, Beastmaster down there also gives you extra attacks if you want it once per game. So you can really pump up the Stegodon to do a ton of damage. We also have, as our last hero, a Skink Priest with heal. So only 3 heroes. 2 of them are Stegodons, and then 1 Skink Priest. So he's going a little ballsy here without a Slann, without your typical hero wizard of a Slann or Kroak. No wizards here in this list, just 2 priests. So pretty awesome that he did so well with this list here. Battle line, we have 3 units of 10 skinks. Those top 2 units of skinks are in Expert Conquerors just to help hold objectives. Everything else is in a battle regiment. So it is a 3-drop list. These skinks, they're not going to do any damage whatsoever. They're going to be your screens. They're going to be trying to grab objectives. They will disappear if anybody even just looks at them with some damage. But they are there to provide some bodies and capture some objectives. We then have 2 Battle Line Stegodons with Skystreak Bow. So they get those nice juicy shots with the Skystreak Bow doing 3 damage each. Pair that up with your Stegodon Chief, and you've got some good potential long-range damage. And these Stegodons will get buffed really well by that Stegodon Chief. The Stegodon Chief can add extra attacks with his command point to these Stegodons when they're in a fight. That's also another way to get the Stegodon Chief more attacks. As a Behemoth, we have a Bastiladon with Solar Engine there. And then we have Terrain Piece of Realm Shaper Engine. And here's where kind of my eyes lit up a little bit. We got a reinforced unit of Kroxigor. Very nice. I like that. Seeing some Kroxigor on the table. You don't always see these. And a reinforced unit is probably even more rare. And so I'm loving that one. We do have 2 battalions of Expert Conquerors and Battle Regiment coming in at 1975. I think I would have loved to see these Kroxigor and maybe like one of the Stegodons or something in Bounty Hunters, just because the Kroxigor damage just goes through the roof if they can get into a big horde that are Galatian veterans. But maybe that's overkill. The skinks do provide a good objective capturing when they're in Expert Conquerors. So a very interesting list here. We have 5 big behemoths, Engine of the Gods, Stegodon Chief, 2 Battle Line Stegodons, and then a Bastiladon. And even with 5 big monsters, we still get in a big block of 6 Kroxigor. Love it. Love it. So Alfonso won that one-dayer in Spain. Well done there. And running a very cool list. So, all right, that's my pick for this week. Tomorrow we'll probably cover my list tomorrow. I was in a tournament this past weekend also. I would not have shown up in this list of best lists from the past weekend, and we'll get into that tomorrow. Running something a little goofy, a little fun. All right, guys. Catch y'all later.